So this morning, these guys are getting started. They actually got started yesterday. We're coming through this project, a great customer of ours. We're coming through this time and we're gonna be putting a fence here along the alleyway. Originally put that metal fence up there in the front yard, you can see it here. So we're gonna be doing the same thing here. So the guys already got the holes. So yeah, it's gonna be straight from her brick fence, straight on down to tie in here and get this area secluded, you know, or make it part of the yard rather than part of the alleyway here, because this is just part of, it's all open to this alleyway. So we've got the holes dug. The guys are gonna put the post in there, put a metal fence, put a gate here to get out for trash or whatnot. Then in here, these guys have already tore out all these bricks. They tore out all the bricks in here. This is a brick patio. Unfortunately, there was a lot of concrete under it too, like 6 inches of concrete. See, as you can see here. So they had the bricks just right on top. So we did not know that upon quoting the job originally. I thought it was just brick and sand underneath. A little bit extra time. What we're gonna be coming through now is this little flower bed kind of curved around along the whole wall. Well, the only difference now is we're gonna come through with concrete now from this doorway here, this corner, and we're just gonna go straight with it rather than the old concrete had a curve, and then this is just gonna be straight. It's gonna give her a big patio area. We're gonna have to drop it a little bit. That doorway over there is lower than this one. So that one, originally the bricks were flush. As you can see the brick under the door there. It was flush, so when the water, when it rained, when we got the heavy rainstorm, the water was going into the house. So that's not a good thing. So now we're gonna drop our new concrete pad lower than the original brick, which it seems like that's the case because they had concrete here before and it was obviously lower because they had the bricks on top. So I'm guessing at some point later in time they added the bricks. Shouldn't have done that. I'm guessing they probably did because the concrete was just getting really old and cracking, and so they figured they would top it. So who knows? I mean, this house is, I don't know how long ago that was. Probably really long ago. Judging by the bricks, they're antique bricks. So we need to give the new concrete back to the original height of the old one, but we're just gonna do concrete and no brick. So the alleyway is a lot higher. So as y'all saw earlier on the fencing that we're doing out there, after we get those poles set, we are gonna put a concrete curb in line under that fence. It's gonna be a 10-inch concrete curb, 10-inch tall. So that way any water from the alley will stay in the alley. We've been getting a lot of these calls lately. As y'all see, one of the previous videos, one of the previous jobs we did the same thing on her house. The alleyway was higher, the water rushes in. So we're gonna be doing the same thing here. This one we're pouring a concrete curb though. So unfortunately they're gonna have to step out their gate over a concrete curb. We're gonna keep the concrete curb going over the gate too, because that would defeat the whole purpose if we left it open where the gate was. The water would just flow, you know, right through there. So there's not a real use really for that gate anyways. It's just kind of an extra access point, so shouldn't be a big deal. All this concrete here, the new concrete, will be higher right where Charlie is, and it's gonna slope down. Just a very minute slope. You know, we want it to be as level as possible, but have a slope, just enough of a slope to keep that water running this way, not into the doorways, and right out here. And this is just like a little atrium. You can see the front courtyard on the other side of this. It's like 12 feet, 15 feet. So there's pipes under the house. So we're gonna slope everything, which it already kind of does. We're gonna slope it all to these pipes. Right in this area here is gonna be artificial grass. So concrete is gonna be up here. I'm not sure exactly where we're ending with it. I know for sure we're going to this point with concrete. Look pretty good and really spruce this place up. Be good for her dogs and a nice little hangout spot. War zone in there. They're doing over here. A war zone back here. So these guys are getting this done, this job here. So we put some drains in. I don't know if y'all saw from before. So this one is the lowest point. We had the trench here. And then there's a big collection grate out here. So any water that sits in this side yard is gonna drain through this grate here and then out to a pipe bound by the street and flow out of there. So keeping water running, you know, when we get heavy downpours, they can sure pile up. And especially in this case, the alley, like I was mentioning before, is higher than the concrete level here. So we poured a curb, but we still got to cut these posts down to where they're all flat, but put this fence in here. So we got to do some shaving in the gate as well. But yeah, so we got the fence in. Weren't too happy with some of the pieces of metal cut from factory. They were a little crooked from factory. I'm not sure why. So we're gonna try to fix that. But for the most part, it's pretty straight. Came out good. I mean, but yeah, we did do a 10-inch curb. That way any water out here doesn't start flowing back that way, because that is lower. So we're almost done with this. Like I said, we still gotta clean this up. It's definitely gonna keep water from flowing. That's the only reason why we have a step where the gate is too. So unfortunately, I'll have to step over it. But there's really no reason to get out there. The dumpsters and everything are in the front. So we poured all the concrete. We did stamp it. We're not gonna stain it. This customer wants to leave it gray, kind of like how I did at my house. I don't know if y'all remember one of the previous videos we did in my backyard. So this customer was the same way. The brick is 2 different colors in the house, so she just wants to go with gray. She just said she wants to look concrete gray, but we still did the slate stamp texture, just so in the future, if she ever does want to stain it, she has that option. So came out really cool. We got so it's stamped slate, and then we did the artificial grass back here. Still gotta brush it. We literally still gotta staple it. I mean, it's this edge needs to be stapled. Water is sloping. Concrete all slopes this way and right out. So yeah, it's higher in that point. The water's gonna definitely run out of here. Almost done. We're gonna plant these plants, put some mulch in, and have this thing wrapped up. So this is another area of the yard, which is, y'all saw before, the backyard area where we poured the concrete and the fake grass. They had 2 pipes in the wall. I guess I don't know if I showed you that or not, but they go under this. As you can see through the window, as you can see through the reflection is the backyard. You can see it from here. 2 pipes under the house, so it drains this way. So we put a collection box here, catch the water from the backyard and won't flood this front yard, catch there, and then also carry it around and put another collection box here from all this. We got gutters all around this house here, so the guys are digging a ponding outside for it to little retention pond, keeping the water flowing and getting this one getting this job I guess water free. Yesterday we poured the concrete just in time because it's starting to get pretty cold outside. We got a cold front coming in. You can see the clouds there. So got all the concrete in. It's still not completely dry. Now everything is good, keeping the water away from the house. Obviously we put a drain in right here. You can see right here, a collection box that takes us all the way out to the street there. Still dropping leaves. We're really late in the year, but unfortunately the leaves have already fallen like the 3rd time. We've cleaned it already a few times, but so yeah, we got the fence all in. Fence is done. And of course the artificial grass back here. So all wrapped up on this project. Head on to the next one.